attention. More on that to come. In the meantime, we should go in depth on this topic because in a world where the price of pretty much everything is going up, your power bill is one of those things where cutting back doesn't really save you much. Using fewer electricity, not using the electricity as much isn't going to lower your bill that much. I'm going to get there. Stick with me. Duke Energy makes these rate hike requests every few years. Here's what happened last time. This was back in 2023. Duke Energy Carolinas requested just about a 16% rate increase over 3 years. In the end, the commission approved a 15% hike. Same thing for Duke Energy Progress. That was in 2022. They requested a 16% increase over 3 years. And in 2023, that number actually took effect at 12.5%. Now, you might ask, Dan, what is Duke Energy Carolinas and Duke Energy Progress? I thought that was all kind of one big company. And you're right, it is. But for a long time, it has operated with two halves. You can see that on this map. One is the east, that's the shaded in green, the one to the west shaded in light blue. And there's that overlap in some places, which is shaded in the dark blue. The thing is, all of this will merge into just one thing starting next year. And that means that 18% proposal on the table today would apply to everyone. Could the number come down like it did last time? Maybe it might. But even if it does, you are still looking at power bills in 2028 that are a lot more expensive than what we were paying in 2023. And you might ask again, Dan, what about data centers? That's a big talking point, though. Don't they have something to do with this? Well, we asked Duke Energy about it.
At this point, data centers only make up about 1% of our retail sales. A lot of these have been on the system for several years, so that really hasn't become a driver yet.
All right, so 1%, that's the data center number they're giving us for now. But is that good news or is that bad news? Because if this hike is before the data center boom, think about what it might look like after. A state report on data centers found North Carolina's energy load increased 7% over the last 20 years or so. And we grew a lot in that time. But in the next 15 years, it's expected to go up between 16 and 60%. Think about that. So first of all, that is a huge range, right? Where are they going to fall in between those two numbers? Well, we could double the growth of the last 2 decades on the low end or blow it out of the water on the high end with 9 times as much growth. And that same report found that 80% of the projected energy demand in that next 15 years will come from data centers. 80%. Not the people, not the population growth that they're blaming for this latest hike, data centers. But Duke Energy wants you to know that data centers or not, they have some ways to help you to pay those bills.
Well, we certainly understand the pressures that many are facing, and we want to help wherever we can, and certainly reach out to us if you are experiencing challenges. We can certainly provide some options and some help.
And it's true. Duke Energy does have a few programs out there. They have the winter moratorium and installment plans. The big ones, though, are the Consumer Assistance Program and the Share the Light Fund. That's that one that they ask you to help pay for with donations when you pay your bill. Share the Light recipients can get up to $2,500 a year to help out. People on the Customer Assistance Program can get up to $42 a month. And that's not bad. The problem is to get those benefits, you have to qualify for low-income home energy assistance. That's a federal program. And they mean very low income. For a family of 4 to be eligible, their household income has to be right around $42,000 a year. To give you a sense of how low that number is, consider this. UNC offers to pay full tuition and fees for undergrads whose families make less than $80,000 a year. Earlier this month, Notre Dame announced a similar program, full tuition for families making less than $150,000 a year. Salaries and their impact have changed. And it's not just universities. In Wake County, affordable housing assistance is available to a family of 4 making $104,000 a year. To get help turning the lights on in those homes, though, you have to be making less than half of that. How many people realistically actually benefit from these programs? Well, quite a few, actually. Duke Energy put out this press release last year. In 2024, nearly $90 million was provided for energy assistance, energy bill assistance to 114,000 North Carolina households. But then let's consider the press release the company put out just the day before that, their 2024 earnings report. In 2024, Duke Energy made $4 billion in profit. Shareholders expect that number to keep going up. Duke Energy expects demand for electricity to keep going up. So what should we expect? Well, I think you get the picture. Send us an email, 7 p.m. at WRAL.com. What other parts of the story do you want us to cover? Which parts did we miss here? Tell us what is on your mind when it comes to these important issues and affordability and your energy bills, and we will talk about them here at 7 o'clock. Brian?